It's final. Robert E. Lee High School in Staunton, Virginia will be renamed Staunton High School. The name change will take effect on July 1st, 2019. Last night, the school board voted unanimously in favor of the new name. This decision comes after years of heated debate in the community over the name of the high school. Those wanting the name changed argued that the name is racist and insensitive towards African Americans because Lee fought to preserve chattel slavery when he took up arms against the United States government during the Civil War. Those that wanted to keep the name as is argued that Lee was a hero and that he represents Southern heritage, not racism. For years, the school board refused to vote on a name change, but all of that changed earlier this year after elections in May resulted in 4 new members winning seats on the school board. All 4 candidates ran on platforms that supported changing the name of Robert E. Lee High School to a more inclusive name. These 4 new board members kept their promise to the voters of Staunton, and in a 4-2 vote, they voted to change the name. The 3 women on the school board joined the lone African American on the board in that 4-2 vote. The 2 nays were these guys. After that vote, the board created a survey on their website that allowed the public to submit suggestions for a new name for the school. After 4,000 submissions, Staunton High School was the top suggestion, with close to 2,000 people choosing that name, despite the school board making it clear in their past motion that Robert E. Lee High School and any variation of it would not be considered. Several people still submitted suggestions with Lee's name in it. Some people even suggested that they name the school Donald Trump High School. Donald Trump is considered by many to be the most divisive president in modern history, attacking whole groups of people, including Mexicans, immigrants with brown skin, and the free press. Recently, people on social media have even suggested he is a motivational speaker for racist and white nationalists.
I have a word. It sort of became old-fashioned. It's called a nationalist. And I say, really, we're not supposed to use that word. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.
So the person or persons that suggested his name be considered obviously didn't understand the word inclusive that motivated the school board to vote to change the name in the first place. Staunton is not the first city to remove the name of a Confederate from a public school. A Richmond public school with a 95% black student body was changed from Jeb Stuart Elementary School to Barack Obama Elementary School. Barack Obama is America's first black president and is admired by millions here in America and around the world. Several other school boards in Virginia are renaming schools bearing the names of Confederates as well. Confederate monuments have been removed, relocated, and destroyed around the nation following the mass murder of black churchgoers in Charleston, South Carolina by Dylann Roof, a Confederate flag supporter. Roof was convicted of murdering 9 black churchgoers, including a South Carolina state senator. He was sentenced to death and is currently on death row. Many hate groups, including the Ku Klux Klan, fly the Confederate flag at their rallies and gatherings. When I interviewed a Klansman at a rally in Charlottesville in July of 2017, he told me he voted for Donald J. Trump for president in 2016.
Did you vote for Donald Trump? Yes, I did. Would you vote for him again? Yeah.
Trump has repeatedly publicly declared that he is against the removal of Confederate monuments. But thankfully, since he is a president and not a king and doesn't have dictator powers like his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, he has not been able to stop American cities like New Orleans, Dallas, and Baltimore from removing such statues and monuments. Starting in July of 2019, African American students that attend Staunton's newly named high school will no longer have to attend a school named after a man that fought to keep people that look like them as slaves. Now, a mascot and school colors and a school logo have yet to be decided on. The school board will work with Staunton's middle and high school principals and administrators to come to that decision. But one thing it won't be is the Fighting Leemen or anything associated with Robert E. Lee. I know that some of our viewers will say that this move is an attempt to erase history, but that's simply not true. You don't need a school or statue or monument dedicated to Lee in order to read about him in a history book. In Staunton, Theodore Whitelow, Breaking Through News.